What is going on, you guys? We are back today with another podcast episode on Campfire Convos. Today we are going to be talking about another murder investigation. Sarah is going to be explaining this one, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about it as well. This is a very horrific case, so if anyone listening to this does get squeamish or uncomfortable with these subjects, I would advise to click away now, just a trigger warning.
Or if you get a little hard, go to the mental hospital.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
terrible.
Oh, nice.
So the case is the Chris Watts case, because the other day we watched on, what was it, Netflix?
It was on Netflix.
The Murder Next Door, which is about Chris Watts, the husband, Shanann, the wife, and 2 children and their unborn son, Felix.
I believe it's pronounced Shannon.
I'm pretty sure Shanann.
Sure it's not Shannon?
No. No, it has an apostrophe between Shan and Nan.
Oh, okay.
How about Shanann?
Shannon.
Shenananan.
Shanann.
Oh,
Respect
God.
the dead here,
Yeah,
people.
guys, this is fuck. Come on.
Banana.
The daughters was Celeste and Bella. Celeste was 4, Bella was 3. No, I did that wrong. Bella was 4, Celeste was 3. And they had a son on the way, Felix. So she was a few weeks pregnant at this time. So, pretty much, it's not going to be very, detailed into it, but Shanann worked on the internet a lot with, like a pyramid scheme, but not really. Yeah. It was, a good brand to kind of work with in that kind of pyramid-y scheme thing. So she worked on the internet a lot, so she had a lot of her private life on the internet, especially Facebook. She still has her Facebook open for everybody to see, and to see videos of her with her kids and everything like that. So she was a very, open person. And on this particular night, well, another backstory, Chris Watts wasn't a very faithful man. At the end, when they were having troubles, he had a mistress that he was very close with and told her that him and Shanann were getting a divorce. But with Shanann's knowledge, they were not. So the one night when Shanann got back from her business trip, turned out she got home, I think it was 2 or 3 a.m., very early. And she came in the house, and that was the last time she ever left the house. Mm. So Chris and Shanann got into an argument after Chris said that he wanted a divorce because he wanted to leave with his mistress. And so Chris got in an argument with Shanann, and she ended up being strangled to death.
But...
Not in the good way.
Oh, Corey, Jesus Christ. Oh.
What?
Oh,
Got a little bit of freak out.
Oh, no.
Shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Shanann would have liked that, but it was not that
guys,
kind.
Jesus Christ. You guys, we're going to fucking jail for
No,
this.
in the documentary, it kept saying how they hadn't had sex in so long.
Oh, that's, yeah.
No, that's actually true.
Because he was getting it with his mistress and didn't find her attractive anymore. So she would have been...
Yeah, that's actually pretty sad.
It is sad. And honestly, the guy had everything. He had, a wife and 2 kids. And,
they were so far they're up their ass in debt.
Oh, really?
Oh,
really?
yeah.
Wait, who was Chris Watts was?
Yeah, and Shanann, they were so far in debt.
From what?
Well, it was only... everything.
No.
They had a nice house. They had, kids, everything. Yeah. They were just really far in debt.
Yeah. Should we go over, the events that led up to this? I can do that part if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
so, I might be a little bit off on a couple of these because I haven't written down a lot of stuff for this. I'm mostly just recalling it from the documentary. But essentially what happened was Shanann and her 2 kids left town for a business. Was it it was for her pyramid scheme thing, right?
No, that was when she just left herself.
Oh, okay.
She came with her kids to go see, I think it was her parents-in-law.
Yeah, that's right. And they left and they they came back, but I think what happened was Chris Watts called the police, didn't he? I'm pretty sure Chris Watts called the
Like
police.
after he strangled her?
No,
For what?
before. No. So yes, after, but I think he called the I should have written this down.
He
I think
never called the police.
Well, didn't he? No, but like cuz
Her friend called the
it was
police.
the friend. Okay, yeah, the friend called the police and was like, "Hey, she didn't like come home last night. Like I dropped her off."
I dropped her off.
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
heard from her since.
She's not receiving my text messages, my calls,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
anything like
She
that.
missed her doctor's
Yeah.
appointment.
Yeah. Oh, jeez, that's the loudest ringings. Oh, jeez. The phone was like, dung, 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 dung. Oh, sorry. I'll cut that part out. So it was the friend, called, the police and said, she wasn't sure where Shannon was. And so the police, interviewed the neighbor. And I think the neighbor was the first person who
Suspected Chris.
Yeah, because like even before they didn't.
He had security cameras facing Chris's property and saw him bring out his truck, which he never did. And Chris was standing there and was fidgeting and it was like, no, like he normally never does that. So he's like, do you think he had something to do with it?
Yeah, and they didn't say he like kept going out on his back deck and like just standing there. I'm pretty sure it was something like that. I don't know. I should have written notes for this.
No, he didn't do that either.
Oh, didn't he? Oh, okay. Well, anyways, what happened was the police interviewed Chris, and he was like, I just want my family to come home. I don't know where they are.
Yeah, he did 3 different interviews.
Right.
I think the police did that to kind of see if he would slip up with his stories and to see if he would actually would slip up, because
Yeah.
a lot of times it happens in interviews
Right.
where people fuck up
Yeah.
and that's when they get kind of caught up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
He looked like he had no remorse though.
Oh, I know. That's what makes it so messed
It was
up.
freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dude wasn't even crying or anything.
He's like, oh, I don't know where they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, all he had
I
was a
want
straight
them.
face.
I want
Yeah.
them home. I love them so much.
And then what happened was so the police asked him to do a polygraph test, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
He agreed.
Yeah, he agreed to it. I just want to point out that here goes Jesus. I just wanted to point out that this guy thought he was gonna take his bimbo, sorry for lack of better words, and murder his family and walk into the sunset.
Pretty
And
much.
and he thought, this guy was, I know he is like a cold-blooded, awful person, but he was also really stupid because he thought that he was actually going to get away with this. And so, yeah, he agreed to do the polygraph test. He failed it miserably. And they came back in the room and they were like, so have you been truthful with us? And he's like, every word. And they're like, hey, well, you failed the polygraph test, so it's time to come clean. And he's like, no, I told you everything.
No, he wanted
And-
to talk to his dad.
Oh, yes.
And they're like, okay, talk to your dad.
Yeah.
And the dad's like, son, you have to be truthful with me. Like,
Yeah.
what happened?
Mhm.
And he's like, okay. And he's still lying through his fucking teeth here.
Yeah.
He's like, Shanann murdered the children. And I blew into a rage and did the same to her. So he said that Shanann murdered the kids. And so he murdered Shanann in the same way. But later, we find out that is false.
Yeah, so, and that was much later, wasn't it? It was like months later that he actually gave a confession.
Yeah, like a truthful
Yeah,
confession.
truthful
He kept
confession.
saying that Shanann did it.
Yeah.
But we find out that Shanann actually was dead first.
Yeah.
And he rolled her body up in a sheet after strangling her.
Comfortable.
Put
Oh,
her
Corey, Jesus.
put her in the back of the truck, like in the back seats, loaded his kids in the car with her in the back seats, and they're like, oh, is mommy okay? Like, what's wrong with mommy? And he drove out where he worked, which was an oil tank field thing. Not 100% sure where he worked, but oil tankers were involved.
It was a I don't even know what it was, something to do with an oil refinery or something. It was a big tank.
Yeah,
of
but
oil. I don't know.
he drove out there, buried Shanann's body in the sheet, just like a little ways away, and murdered his children and stuff their body in an oil tanker.
Yeah, honestly, but the thing is about that is like during that drive, he had like at least an hour because
Yeah,
it was an
that's what
hour
I
drive,
know.
and it was throughout that
Right?
hour he didn't even think about once about trying to
Yeah.
or attempting to save his kids.
Yeah. Oh, it's so.
So
fucked.
like, did he put them in with the oil, like
Yeah.
in the ooh?
Yeah, he
Yeah, because the hatch
yeah.
was just big enough for like a 3 and a 4-year-old.
Oh.
But that's why he buried Shanann and put the kids in there.
That's gross.
That's
Yeah.
I know, it's horrifying.
People's cars are getting an extra boost that day.
Oh, Corey, Jesus. Oh, fuck.
You're just waiting to say that.
Oh,
I had it locked and loaded.
Oh,
yeah.
we're going to
I
jail.
can tell.
We're all going to jail. Guys. Okay, so what happened is what really made it horrific about this case was that fact that like after this all happened and like he dumped the bodies and just went home and went to bed that night, and then it wasn't like it wasn't long before they actually realized what had happened. Like,
It was like a few days later.
Yeah.
Because the neighbor was suspicious.
Yeah.
The cops were already suspicious. Like, everybody was, like, fucking
Yeah.
suspicious of this man. They're all like,
yeah.
I think he did it. And then once they're like, dude, you failed your fucking polygraph test, which is, like, he failed it, like, hella.
Yeah.
And so then he confessed to his father, but
Mm.
not, like, the true confession. But he confessed,
Mm-hmm.
nonetheless, and he was sentenced to 5 life sentences
5?
Yeah. Oh, it was. Yeah.
because
And
he killed the unborn child, his 2 children, and Shanann.
Oh, she was pregnant?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with a son.
isn't that fucked?
Wow.
No, Corey. No.
No, I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh, oh no.
That's just actually
I thought he was
fucked.
gonna make a. Oh, okay. I thought Corey was gonna
Yeah,
make a joke.
he killed the unborn baby too.
Aw.
And everybody thinks it's because he wanted a redo
Mm.
in life to go off with his mistress, and he was too self-absorbed to get a divorce.
He's gonna get a redo when he drops the soap in prison. Oh.
Resizing, more like it.
Oh.
Well,
no
he
shit.
he was in solitary confinement.
Yeah, he gets like 23. I think it was 23 hours a day in solitary.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and
god,
then an
really?
hour out.
Yeah, he gets like an hour
Holy
for
hell.
exercise.
He got a picture of his family in his cell,
Yeah, which is fucked.
so they can
Oh,
so he can think about
yeah.
that he murdered all
But
of them.
It's so
That's
fucked.
fucked up.
It's super fucked. And what happened was fuck, I can't remember now. Oh yeah, so yeah, for fuck's sake, I should have written down notes for this.
Don't bang the table.
Oh, sorry, I don't think so. Yeah. Okay. I just can't believe that like what happened because it was just so fucked. And
She didn't have it coming.
Hmm?
Like, they should have gotten a divorce.
Oh,
like
yeah.
their marriage was fucked,
Yeah.
but they should have had a divorce nonetheless instead
yeah.
of them all getting fucking murdered. Like,
yeah,
Yeah,
Whoa.
true.
senseless murder.
Yeah. But did you see where? Jesus Christ! I was like, oh fuck, Colton, stop with the fucking fidget.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I need like a fucking fidget toy or something.
Damn, we gotta get you a fidget spinner.
Yes.
Just go like this.
Yeah, that's a good
I had
idea.
a fidget spinner.
Okay, sorry, this is a very serious topic. I should stop being. Okay. So, did you see the thing that was out in the news actually just a couple days ago? That was like, women are sending him like letters in prison.
For what?
What?
Because they think he's handsome.
Oh, women!
fuck?
Oh, women have done that for everybody.
Yeah, you remember? It reminds me of that guy that was like
Ted Bundy.
no.
Well, they
no,
did that with
yeah,
Ted Bundy.
Yeah, I know with
Yeah.
him, but there was this yeah, got him, mate. He was actually a pretty good looking dude, but he went to prison, right? And is like the most attractive.
I'm pretty sure that's Ted Bundy.
No.
No.
It was a prisoner. I think I can't remember what his charge
yeah,
was.
you know who I'm talking
yeah,
about,
I know
right?
He was, like,
exactly who you're
mixed
talking
race.
about.
Yeah, he has like a
tattoos,
teardrop. Yeah,
Dating
yeah.
a famous
Oh.
woman now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and he got released out of prison.
Oh, we
yeah.
did about 6ix9ine.
No,
No.
6ix9ine's
What?
ugly as
Yeah,
hell.
fucking
Oh,
dude.
okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, 6ix9ine is like
I don't remember his name, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's actually like serious women on, especially. There's a lot around the Columbine shooters.
Yeah.
Women
What?
obsessed with them. Ted Bundy, not Marilyn Manson, the other one.
Marilyn Manson.
No,
wait.
the other one.
Oh,
Charles Manson.
Oh, I was
He
gonna
had a
say.
lot too.
yeah.
lots of women since like the dawn of the fucking serial killers have been writing letters to
Yeah.
these men in prison being like, oh, I love you so much.
You know how fucked up that is?
Women in danger. Something
Yeah,
about
no
it.
shit, eh?
that's-
Hey, maybe I should
can't.
murder a squirrel.
Oh,
Or a fucking dog or something. Then let's see what happens,
you
eh?
know
Oh,
that's
no.
serial killer tendencies, right?
Well, I'm not gonna
Is
do it.
murdering
'cause-
animals
Yeah, well,
first.
and having some like messed up like it's always animals.
Yeah, no, it's always animals
always
first.
Some serial killers are obsessed with animals, though. They love animals. Their dog is like their best friend. They would never hurt an animal, but they'd fucking murder somebody.
Wouldn't be an uncommon theme, hey Adam? Killing animals in the woods.
Oh god, that is okay.
That's for
that-
another-
No, like
that's-
they like dissect animals and like put their heads on
Yeah.
sticks and stuff.
That's
Yeah,
horrific.
that's
That's
fucked.
fucked. When Corey and I go hunting, it's like all respectful.
Like hunting's different than dissecting and burying animals in your backyard.
I wouldn't even call it hunting.
our
Semi hunting,
like
like
pest
ghetto
control.
hunting.
oh, what we do?
Yeah, well, wait, that's a whole.
That's a whole other
that's a
story.
Eat it.
We
That's a-
do. We
yeah.
do. We
So,
don't. It's not like we. Okay,
You're
when
just
we.
murdering it for fun to see what the insides look like.
They
Yeah,
do
see,
that.
that's
Oh,
That's
gross.
what murderers
fucked.
do.
That's
That's-
disgusting.
yeah.
They'll
that's
like
gross.
behead them and like go through their organs.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Jesus
fucked. And they do that as
fucking
kids.
Christ. Oh.
That's how
fuck.
you know that they're like
They're
gonna,
be
be a murderer.
fucking murderer.
They're like
Jesus
strangle
Christ.
cats in the neighborhood and
Oh
shit.
god,
Kill dogs.
that's fucked.
But some love animals.
I think the moral of the story is just like how fucked some like he was just so fucked and like even the house he lived in, like it hasn't sold. It's been sitting for 2 years. It hasn't sold. It's on the market still.
Wait,
What-
whose
what's
house?
the time frame for this?
This was in 2018.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
was
Oh.
really recent. Yeah. You know what I can't believe about this case that makes me kind of mad actually is that they never. I know they interviewed the mistress, but they didn't actually. I don't think they actually held her accountable for anything that happened.
She didn't do anything.
Yeah,
well,
she didn't do
I
anything
know
at all.
that, but
I mean, honestly, if she said, "Yeah, kill them," but then
Yeah.
She didn't even know
she'll
that
be-
he was still technically married and like living with
Oh.
her.
Okay,
'cause all he did
said
was
that
lie.
they were
But-
gonna get divorced.
But so he did know, or sorry, she did know because
She knew that they were getting a divorce.
Yeah, so she knew he was married.
And they were getting a divorce. Like they were divorcing.
Okay, yeah, she thought, because
Yeah.
I mean,
She didn't know that they were still actively married
yeah,
and were like together with kids and shit.
okay,
and
that's fair.
she did not know that Shanae was pregnant.
Yeah.
So she has no role in this.
Right. So they didn't arrest her and
No,
everything. Okay.
they interviewed her just to
Right.
make sure,
yeah, that
but
she
nothing
wasn't-
came of it.
Jeez.
Obviously, because she didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Ignorance is bliss, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
Corey, what do you think about this whole case?
I don't know. It sounds pretty average serial killer kind of stuff. Like, or not serial killer, but like it sounds like,
Like a personal killer.
yeah, like a pretty personal killing. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen the show Unsolved Mysteries.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we will. Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
Love that
oh,
one.
we could have
Yeah.
a whole other episode for that.
Yeah, exactly. It's such a good show. And in one of the episodes, it's almost the same thing where I think it was a guy in France. And
Yeah. He murdered his family, put them under a deck,
Yeah.
wrapped them up, and like there was no fingerprints found, nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently he was of like a royal bloodline or something like that. And they think that one of the reasons why he killed his family is because he felt so badly about the debt that he had accumulated.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
so this might be kind of the same thing where you have no other choice, like on an emotional level, other than to get rid of everything that you feel like you're going to disappoint.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
there's
true.
yeah, but that's also just kind of psychotic too, because like
Yeah.
the normal rational person goes, oh, I'm not happy in this relationship. I'm gonna get a divorce. I'm gonna.
Well, he wasn't rational.
Hmm?
He wasn't rational.
No, I know. I mean, like a normal rational person would be like, oh, I'm just gonna get a divorce. But this guy was like,
I'm gonna kill my fucking family
yeah,
and move on with my life.
yeah, which is fucked because he literally thought that he was just gonna like off his whole family and then go live with this chick.
Yeah. But also when you think about it, like in some way if he did divorce her and like
Yeah.
he'd have to figure out what happens with the kids, he'd have to figure out all the money that he doesn't have because he's so far in debt.
Yeah.
Right.
Like what like that would just completely topple his life.
That's true.
So maybe he thought that there was a small chance of continuing with his life if they were
They
just
were all
gone.
dead.
Yeah.
Because they had a baby on the way too. So he probably couldn't come to terms with that either.
But
Yeah.
the actual moral of like the morals of him like doing that, are
yeah.
still like fucked because like there's no justifying it because
No, absolutely not.
no.
Nah, his moral compass was going full on Jack Sparrow for for sure.
fuck.
It's fucked.
Jack Sparrow. Oh, you mean because his compass spins in circles? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. It's just such a shame because like, you know, you never. It's always like, you know, his friends were like, "Oh, he's a nice guy. Like, oh, he'd never do anything like this." And, you know,
Or we
it's like,
didn't think he would
we
do
didn't
anything
yeah,
like that.
Yeah, totally.
But people come out of the works and do kind of shit like that, and everybody around them's like, "Oh my god!" Like I didn't
Yeah.
even know that they could do this kind of shit. But people do stupid shit
Yeah.
and psychotic shit, and
Yeah.
no takes backs, and he's in jail for literally life.
Yeah. And then he has no chance parole, which
No,
and
Absolutely
didn't he said he would give them a full confession if they took the death penalty off the table.
most likely they
I think that's
almost
what it was.
always do that.
Yeah. Ted
They're
Bundy
like-
didn't, did he?
Ted Bundy died.
Well, no, but they offered him a plea deal, and he said no, I'll just represent myself. And
Oh, probably.
Yeah, he did
A
that.
lot
With,
of serial killers do that.
yeah, he did that with multiple cases, didn't he? Like
He did, yeah.
represent himself throughout
Yeah.
the whole trial.
Yeah, a lot of serial killers are too self-absorbed to kind of let other people help them out of their situation. They're like, I killed all these people,
Yeah,
look at
half
me.
the time they're sociopaths.
I killed
That's why.
34 women. Ha ha ha.
Well, Ted Bundy actually, in some ways, he almost did get away, because he was very smart.
Yeah.
That's one thing that was really messed up about
That's
him.
probably why he wanted to fucking die.
Hmm.
He's like, I got caught. Oh, well, I'm over.
No, he never even. But no, if you watch the documentary, he didn't even. He did admit it, but he didn't do it for a very long time. Like he didn't fully confess everything for a very long time.
Well, he
like
had
years.
a lot of cases.
Yeah,
Like,
he
he
did.
killed a lot of women, and he probably kept a lot of that secret, except for, like, in his tapes and shit.
Yeah. The thing that made no sense with that case was how, like, he seemed like such a normal person.
Yeah.
And, yeah. That's why so many
That's like
people
Jeffrey
were.
Dahmer, though.
Oh yeah.
He was just an alcoholic.
Chomp chomp.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
pretty much.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it for this episode, guys. That's the very dark subject, but you know, close to Halloween, we're just talking about some
Dark shit.
messed up,
Fucked up
fucked up murder cases. It's kind of it's very unfortunate when you know things like this happen, and
Especially with children.
oh, absolutely, it's horrific, and I think it's good that we discuss these things and pick apart what happened and why people do what they do, because obviously in this case, in all of these cases, it's always a really messed up moral compass. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Well, we will
All right, I
catch
think that's
you
it.
in the
Yeah.
next episode.
Sounds good. Thank you guys for listening and tuning in. We appreciate your support. Like and subscribe if you want to hear more stuff from us, and we'll be back very soon for episode 4. Take care, guys. Peace out.
Peace.